Hey everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino. Just bear with me until the announcement goes out and other people can join onto the show. This is a live show, which I am doing now. People ask me to do it, so I'm starting to do it. This is a live show. Whoops. And hold on one second. Doing now. People ask me to do it, so I'm starting to do it. Look at that. Okay, sorry. Some technical difficulties. So people asked me to do it, so I started doing it. There's a little bit of delay before individuals get on, so I just summarize it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me any questions you may have. Right now, I'm sharing it real quick in a couple groups so that it goes live a little bit better. And I do respond to questions up here on the side of the screen, and unless you're calling me an idiot, I might just ignore you, or I might partake in the conversation about how much of an idiot I am. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and cover the local news. I've been putting up a lot of stuff. There's still a lot of issues or a lot of things coming out about Irma. Luckily, it looks like Maria's going to take a right turn and go up the East Coast. So who knows? Maybe next Monday, Tuesday, I might be over there surfing. So it doesn't look like it's going to hit us. One thing, though, I just posted, and I've been watching the mosquito page to see what they're going to do. And it's about the mosquitoes with a lot of the standing water there. You know, one thing they say is drain the water. I don't know how you're going to drain it in a lot of those fields. Discard old tires, John's bottles, empty and clean the bird baths and pet waters. What else they got here? Maintain your swimming pools in good order, common sense stuff. So, you know, they say cover yourself with skin clothing. I agree. Repellent. I'm not a good, I'm a freak about putting that chemicals on my body that are going to be soaked in, absorbed by my skin. So I don't really partake in that one. Doors and windows with screens, keep mosquitoes out, blah, blah, blah. What else? Apply mosquito repellent again. And the DEET, see, I don't like that stuff. Boats and vehicles from rain with tarps that don't accumulate water. So watch the tarps on boats and stuff while you're out there. I saw an interesting video and I was amazed. My good friend Jim went to Venice High School with me. He lives over in Daytona and he has a boat there. He went to the marina and they didn't even get hit as hard. And some guy, he had a $200,000 boat, forgot to put the windows up and got so much rain that the boat sank and the guy doesn't have insurance on it. I mean, he must be having a heart attack about it now. I did post some stuff about Snook Haven and if you're just joining, there are comments up there. I got to pay. Why am I not seeing them? There we go. If you're just joining, you can make comments, and I respond to them. Still no power in South Venice, Mr. Abbruzzino, okay? You know, I think they said 95% by the end of the day. I'm assuming, I don't know if you're over there in the garden area. I don't know how you guys are doing it, to be honest. I couldn't do it. And I don't have a generator, but seeing how bad this has been, I'm actually going to go buy a generator in case something like this happens again. And it's amazing. I did hear where I didn't put it out in Northport. They said due to the flooding where they opened up, or is it the Mullen Center for people to evacuate and stay, they were all cleared out at 12 o'clock. However, it remains open for the people with no electric so they can go there, use electric, get air conditioning and all that good stuff. How did the Venice beaches fare from Phyllis? They fared fine. The beaches were fine. One thing that did appear is the drainage system. And a lot of people are wondering, what are those big ass white pipes hanging out there? Well, when I was a kid here, they weren't there. About 20 years ago, the politicians and all their wisdom decided that'd be a not great idea to have all the runoff running to the beaches and the ICW. Next thing you know, we got some major pollution issues with our water here. So, and I've seen people playing in front of them, and I'll go up to them and with kids, and I'll be like, "You do realize what that is?" And one time, the water was just running off, and I'm like, "You know, that's fertilizer and feces from animals and stuff. You may not want to hang out there with your kids." Not to be alarmed, there are disaster survivor assistance teams going door to door. I've put this out a couple times because people, if someone comes up your door and they don't have the shirts on, they don't have the IDs, don't talk to them, don't let them in. Because FEMA is going around, and I can see a lot of scammers coming out and acting like they're them to try to scam you in some way or another. Oscar shared the park is finally open tomorrow, which is good news for a lot of people out here. This one guy, and it's back to the issue that Kay unfortunately is having where the electric isn't on in South Venice. This guy apparently too I forget his name. He has no electric, and he was amazed that so many electric trucks were out at the golf course trying to get their electric up. And he said, look, isn't there a higher priority? You know, I don't know. Maybe they were having lunch. I don't know what's up with that. Motorcycle crash. You guys are awesome. The reason I get so much stuff is you guys send it to me first. That Minnesota Daily, if you ever see me post that, I don't know if it's an old guy, girl, whatever, but the person sits there with an actual two-way radio listening to all the police feeds. And when he posts, you get it before everybody else. And I get a little alarm when he posts, and then I put it up there, and then you guys follow it up with the pictures and stuff. Hopefully that guy will be okay. I was listening to the 9/11 dispatch, which I put a link on there too, and he had some severe head and chest injuries. And I thought they said it was a guy that was in his 40s when I was listening. I had to take off to get my daughter to school, though. Verified the electric bill will be taken care of by, with Irma. Guys, that's about as bad as FPL will take care of your food with Irma when the electric went out. Now, those idiots at that startup paper attacked me. I put out, just so you guys know, and I think everyone gets this, I put out stuff that's communicated to me and people want to send it out. I put their name above, and then I say at the bottom, I may not agree. Is it all accurate? No, but sometimes it is. I don't know what's accurate or not. People tell me things, and it's up to you guys to get the information. My job is not to hand feed you like the MSM stuff they want you to believe and nothing else. I feed you everything. You guys, I believe, we're intelligent enough to make our own decisions. I think some people, I didn't read the feeds, but I came back to me that people just looked at it and said, hey, it's not, if it's a hurricane, you can't do it. It's primarily if it's FPL's fault and the electric goes out. See, you guys were smart enough to get it, but that other paper decided to use it as a way to attack me again. The debris, I've been pushing that a lot. They're starting to collect it. Actually, I live within the city of Venice limits, and they're starting, I think, Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday. They're going to be picking up all the debris, and they've contracted out with some company through FEMA. It's my understanding. Let's see. Inside FPL, Sarasota County without power. FPL did put this out, and I almost had a laugh. They said, well, if you want to talk to FPL, you can go down to the fairgrounds or call this number. And I started thinking to myself, and I see there's 12 comments on there. What's going to happen if I do that? Are they even going to listen to me? Like, they care? I'm sure they care, but I'm sure they got it in a process set out. They're not really going to pay attention to me. This is a new project development. A lot of people don't pay attention to this. This is at US 41 in MLK. And then, the MPO will put this out, or we're having an open forum for roundabouts or whatever. People don't pay attention. And then when the roundabout comes, they're all up in arms, wondering what the hell just happened? How come I didn't hear about this? And you do hear about it. They just don't put it out there in a manner where you're always going to see it. So I try to get that information out to you. There was this email on a variety of disaster recovery programs that are out there that you guys can look at. One that I put out today was unemployment, because businesses were closed for a week. I heard of one person, she came on and said she was fired because she didn't want to come in during Irma. She had issues at the house she had to take care of. So there's a FEMA program where you can go out. Melanie saw it happen. Wow. You could go out. That's cool. That's nice. Melanie, sorry, I'm getting a text too. I do look at my text too. And she said basically, Melanie, someone that sent me a picture during that motorcycle accident, she's a nurse, so she stopped to see if she could help, which was great. Great that she did that. But on this thing with FEMA, I sent it out. It should be towards the bottom. I just sent it out this morning, where if you were unemployed or somehow lost work, or if you're self-employed and there were issues, there's different variables in there. You may be eligible. Yeah, I don't think he was a young guy. You may be eligible for benefits. She doesn't think he was young. I think they said he was 40. Some of them are the Florida Business Emergency Bridge Loan. I put this out. This is another link that I put up. Disaster Unemployment Assistance, Disaster Dislocated Worker Program. So you have to make sure you take advantage of this stuff, you guys. It's out there. Many of you have been without a job for a week. The ones that are sitting in your house without air and electric, you take advantage of the hotel. I've shared it a few times. Go to, what is it? Is it floridadisasters.gov? I've put it up a few times. I think it's floridadisasters.gov, and get the assistance. Get in the hotel. Now, I'm hearing it's hard as hell. I put up a link where a lady said once we were listed, we got 300 calls an hour. Now, a lot more people are getting electric, so there's going to be more availability out there. I put this sad story up. It wasn't here. It was in St. Pete. It's gotten a lot of engagement, or almost 5,000, over 4,000 people. But a dog that bit an electrical line that was laying down. Seen a lot of pictures where these electrical lines are still down. You get the dogs out there, and so sometimes when I see stories like this that may be up in St. Pete, but they could impact us because this was through Irma too, I try to share them. The World Championships, those are still a go. A lot of people are talking about it. Not as many teams, but that's coming up soon, and I guess they're in here running their practice trials. Over in Northport, you got some road closure due to a pipe replacement. That's over on Beeville Avenue near Belleville Terrace. That's a tongue twister. Okay. That's the old wife calling in. Don't tell her that when she calls, my phone barks like a dog. She's always barking at me. All right. I keep sharing this picture. Jabaz Spawn. I think he was 14. He's up near Newtown. If you could share it, let's see if there's even any traction on this. 6 shares. That's it. 478 people engaged. This guy's been missing. The family had a rally this weekend. A lot of people are really worried about him. I've shared it a few times. I've had a few people actually send it to me, want me to share it, and they're somehow missing it on my page. So if you can, share it. And I don't know what it is when you get these teenagers in that range, you guys don't share it. If it's a silver alert or a really young kid, you share. The teenagers, you don't. And I guess there's a lot of concern about this kid. I saw it on one of the stations yesterday where they had a big rally trying to find out what's going on. All the libraries are back open except for Jacaranda. I think they're going through some construction there. Invited to attend a flood zone workshop. And these are those workshops where you got to go to and get more information, you guys. And on here lists the Jacaranda, Northport Library, Fruitville, Selby, and the LZ Quirk Library, where you can go in, get input through these workshops. And I tell you, unless you're active in following these cities, in these counties, and these different initiatives, you're not going to know until it's too late. And you're going to be like, oh, what the hell's going on here? And I see it all too often where people just don't pay attention, and they know you're not going to pay attention, which is a shame. Northport rolled out this utilities announces Hurricane Irma Neighbors Helping Neighbors program. Another reason that crash is cleared, the motorcycle crash that just came across the wires in Venice. The other thing that I go through these is I post so many of these things, and some of the stuff gets lost. But and so I thought, well, this live thing might cover some of it. And I can go into more detail, whenever you guys have input, if you want more detail on some of this stuff. But this is basically the utilities are announcing Hurricane Irma Neighbors Helping Neighbors program, where you get out there and just support each other through the community. The county is pushing big right now, that whole TARP thing. And the Army Corps of Engineers is there. It's free. It's for the Blue Roof program. I know one of the cooks at Angelo's had 3 trees fall on his roof, and as of Saturday, they were still on his roof. So a lot of you guys still need these blue tarps, and they'll do it for free. Unfortunately, it's up on Beneva, but that's not much of a travel. And I think they come out and they do it and help you on it. There's actually a video on there, and I watched it last week, but if memory serves me right, you go up, you initiate it, and I think you can do some of that online. What else do we got here? And this is it. I finally found that one from this morning, and let's see how much traction this has. Okay, 2,200 people engaged on it, 1 comment, 16 shares, and it's disaster unemployment assistance through FEMA. So look for that. It's basically federal assistance is now available to Florida workers or self-employed business owners who have had a loss of employment due to the chaos created by Hurricane Irma. All right. I'm a small business owner. That chaos is killing me. All right. The Fugitive Friday, this John Salati, who has one of the more classic Fugitive Friday pictures, he was caught one day later down in Port Charlotte. So I don't know if it was through the social media or what, or how he got caught. There is a Sarasota right now. It's going on. Sarasota City, the city of Sarasota is having their commission meeting. What else we got here? This is good too. Sarasota Police Department, they have a donation drive for the keys recovery. Now, some people have said to me, why are we doing keys recovery? What about the people that are here? Yeah, but those keys, I don't know if you guys saw the video, and I could share it again today. It was a video driving through the keys, and some of it was drone, some of it was on ground. That place was devastated. I put it out last night, and I'll try sharing it again, but I was just amazed at how bad it was. I share some of these library things because I think they're neat. Like this one, find your plant solution at the library. You can go there, and it's a free thing. And this one helps you learn more about being a Florida-friendly gardener. Not sure what a Florida-friendly gardener is, but and Maria, I put the new one up there. She's basically taking a right if that cone is correct, and let's hope it is. One of the reports I put out this morning, this was one of mine, where Sarasota is going to expand their paid parking at the 8th Street garage. Not good. And basically, they're going to go out there. They're going to start monitoring it and seeing how much money they can collect, what the traffic's like. And this is all an effort to get more revenue. And they're taking $12 million that's left over from building the garage to do this. I don't know if I always agree with that stuff. Equifax, I put that on there because this impacted, 143 million people, where your credit may be impacted. All of your information is in their hands, so you got to watch your credit report, guys. Sarasota, I love this. My sister, who I thought I saw come on, Teresina, she's one of the managers at the Northport High School in the cafeteria, and either one or the, and I told her about this yesterday, and she's like, what? Basically, kids until October 20th can eat lunch and breakfast for free at the school, so at the Sarasota County school system. A lot of people are loving that. I'm sure some people will take advantage of that. The arrest, usually more traction on that on the county arrest, not a lot on there today. Some people talking about the shelters, and I've heard mixed reviews about the shelters. I've heard some bad stuff that happened there with the people that stayed there. I had one person that came on and was talking about a principal and an incident that happened. She didn't want to give me her name, so I decided not to share it, but some of the details were a little alarming what happened at that school. But again, she didn't give me her name, so I'm not going to share it or go into detail. City debris pickup, which I already covered, and I think that's it. Let me see if that's it. All right, any more questions out there? Anything? This is one of the less. All right, Wrangling's opening up, free admission. Some of this stuff came out yesterday, which you guys didn't hear about. And a lot of it, again, surrounding that whole Irma and the electric being off. Operation Blue Tarp. Let's see, debris pickup. A lot of people interested in the garbage. This family of 4, I don't know if you guys saw this. It's in Manatee, so I shared it. But 4 kids are missing, and they're still searching for those guys. And that's another one. Only 971 shares. No shares, actually. 971 engagement. These are 4 kids right around Bradenton. They could be here, and they're missing. Young kids. And yet, nobody's sharing that. But I'll put up something stupid like, I don't know, something stupid. I don't even know. Like this guy that just complained about the electric trucks at the golf course. And you guys will go, that'll have such a high engagement. It just amazes me every time. File Irma insurance claims to get the process rolling. That was interesting, informative, about 1,300 people, where it tells you, hey, this is what you got to do if you want to get those insurance claims going and filed. A lot of this, too, you guys can find if you go to my website, uncensoredreport.com, and at the top right-hand side is a search box. Any of these stories, you just put any keywords in it to pull it up. I used to tell people to do it on Facebook, but you can't do it anymore. That search option's gone. I don't know why they did it. Now, I'm going to say, hopefully this video was saved. For some reason, I don't do anything controversial on these things, but for some reason, Facebook deleted my video from Friday, my live video. And I guess I violated some term. I don't know what the heck I violated. But that's it. So no questions. Oh, there's 14 comments and I don't see any of them. Hold on. Let's see what your comments are. Yeah. Hold on, Lise. I'm doing a show. Hold on, guys. I got 14 comments up here and I can't see them. Let me go over to this other page and check real quick. I'm not sure why I can't see these things. All right. I've got turned down by FEMA. Wow. I wonder why, Debbie. I've heard if you got damage and FEMA's pretty open and you find out right away if you're going to get coverage. and how much you'll get coverage. But apparently Debbie's on there saying she got turned down from FEMA, which is not good. But it's a loan right that you have to pay back. I don't think so. It depends, Kathy. I think you're talking about some of the FEMA assistance. I don't think so. It said 14 comments. There's only 4 on this page, so let me see if I can find one more. All right. For some reason, Facebook is not being good to me and not loading my comments. Let me try one more time, see if we can get these comments loaded up here. My wife just got back. She took my mother to Sarasota Hospital at 9:15. No, it's an SB8 loan for disaster. Okay, that's Karina. She just got back. She went up to 2 different things. She went up to Sarasota because stent and stuff, and she ended up being up there all day and had to get this whole procedure again. My mom's she hasn't eaten for 4 days, obviously elderly and all that stuff. So my wife just got back from that trip. Okay. I'm sorry, I can't read your questions. I see there are 16 up there. I can only see a couple for some reason. Not sure what Facebook is doing. So hopefully they're nothing urgent. I'll take a look when I get done with this video. So for now, this has been Frank. Oh, one last thing. I forgot. This lady, M.A. Holderman. I tell you what I was just talking the other day about needing a camera because my iPhone sucks. She's like, I just got this Sony and I've never used it. I tried taking pictures. Well, I used it trying taking pictures, and I don't know how it works. And on her own dime, she sent it to me, which was awesome. So I'm going to try to figure it out and see how it works. So that was a big shout out and a big thank you to M.A. Holderman for doing that for me. She's not down here. I believe, if memory serves me right, she's a snowbird part-time. So good things there. All right, everybody. This has been Frankie Abbruzzino with The Scoop News.